Good morning everyone, this is Charalambos Pissouros, Senior Analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 6th of April. Yesterday, the Fed minutes from the latest FOMC gathering revealed that policymakers are considering how, when, and at what speed they should begin reducing the Fed's gigantic balance sheet, which was inflated while the bank was purchasing assets under its prior QE operations. The committee would like to see this process begin later this year with a clearly communicated plan in order to avoid any financial instability. These signals should have normally been seen as somewhat optimistic by the market as they imply further reduction in accommodation. However, the reaction in the dollar was volatile, with the currency unable to assume a clear direction after the release. Euro-dollar continued to oscillate between 1.0640 and 1.07, and therefore we keep the view that the short-term outlook for the pair is neutral for now. The focus for dollar traders now turns to the President Trump and the Chinese President meeting today, as well as tomorrow's US employment data. In our opinion, euro and dollar is likely to continue trading within the range between 1.0640 and 1.07, waiting for Friday's jobs data to assume a short-term direction. Bearing in mind that the ADP print exceeded its forecasts by far, there is a possibility for the NFP number to also beat its forecast of 180k. Something like that could encourage euro-dollar bears to drive the battle below 1.0640 and perhaps target initially the crossroad between the 1.06 territory and the upside support line taken from the low of the 3rd of January. Now, as for President Trump's and with regards to the meeting between US President Trump and Chinese President, we believe that it will be closely watched by investors as the two are expected to discuss trade. Considering that the issue of unfair trade practices by other nations and specifically China was a monumental theme of Trump's campaign, this meeting may be seen as a risk to continued free trade. In our view, any talks of increased protectionism between the world's two biggest economies could heighten concerns regarding protectionism on a global scale and thereby weigh on the currencies of heavily trade-oriented nations such as Australia and New Zealand. Aussie dollar slid yesterday after finding resistance near the 0.7585 barrier to break below the support now turned into resistance of 0.7545. Given that the pair continues to trade within the downward sloping channel that has been containing the price action since the 17th of March, we believe that the short-term outlook remains negative. Nevertheless, given our proximity to the lower bound of that channel, we would be careful of a corrective rebound before sellers decide to take control again. As for the rest of today's highlights, during the European day, the economic calendar is very light. The only release that could attract some attention are the minutes from the ECB's March policy meeting. Even though these are usually not a major market mover, given the relatively hawkish signals we got at that meeting and the subsequent Reuters article that investors overinterpreted those signals, the minutes could attract some attention. As for the economic data from the US, we get initial jobless claims for the week ended on the 31st of March, while in Canada, building permits for February are due out. We have 4 ECB speakers on the agenda: President Mario Draghi, Vice President Vitor Constancio, as well as Executive Board members Peter Praet and Jens Widmann. For more information, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Charalambos Pissouros, Senior Analyst at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.